the out if so, then you just need to make an offer. We're now in Lair, which is ruled over by the geo. If you ever miss using your animal powers, you can just get them. Do you think there will be abyss mages hiding in the ruins? Either way, if we do run into one, we will let the victorious Master Diluc do the...
Do not underestimate them, just because I have beaten one of them before. Not boasting, simply saying there's more to the abyss order than a few mages.
Correct. That's why I tell her well. Well, that and also for your safety. Why am I so diligent? Too diligent for a poet, in fact.
So says the person that made zero effort to search for the dragon tears and drank in the tavern all day. Paimon doesn't get it. What part of you is remotely diligent? I must leave no stone unturned. Someone need assistance. Steady as stone. Leave it all to me. A big current. It might lead us to the top of the tower. I'll catch up.
Oh, we can't advance any further.
Is this the work of Devalin?
No, these ruins were once part of it. These ruins even predate the existence of the four non-status. It was ruled over by. Anyway, I'll send you that story when we.
The markings on his seal. If my archaeological knowledge is not mistaken, this appears to be a light that... If we retrieve retrieve and reintegrate all the parts.
We should be close to completing the ceremony for this act. Let's put the last part back and see. Looks like we're right. There are 3 more, which means there are 3 more. I can see one from here. The rest must be scattered within the room.
Why did Dvalin pick a place filled with puzzles and seals?
He doesn't.
signing ceremony does work magic. It looks like one of the three halos above has now become solid ground. Let's start looking for the next puzzle.
turning these adventures into songs after we're done. Hopefully this song will be sung for years to come.
I have loved that song. How are you feeling today, Honor? I am completely prepared and fully confident that we can do this.
Even Master Diluc, despite only being an ex-bystander.
You shared your...
As for Master Jean, responsibility perhaps. What about the tone-deaf bard?
It's freedom.
Freedom?
When you first arrived at Mondstadt, did no one tell you that She really is a child of freedom. Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king. And its citizens enjoy the most freedom. I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be freed. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him. And no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty. He has the right and freedom to choose his own...
Venti?
Well then, traveler, may the thousands of... Just like the last time, I shall channel animal energy for you.
Oh, no wonder you said his...
Look, there are two shiny spots on the Vaughn's back. They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Devon's mind. To save Devon, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots. Devon is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer. can fight Devolin on equal grounds. The Grandest Bard is here to help. The Grandest Bard is here to help. But first, let me be clear. Even after hundreds of years without use, Devolin's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. I want to grind me faster. Yeah. I want to grind me faster.
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
You're not wanting me to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the Animal Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
And so, the Stormterror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt and let them know that they are safe. To them, seeing Stormterror attack Mondstadt out of nowhere vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
You guys are back! Yep, we're back from tussling with Devolin. You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your... I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that. That doesn't come into it. When I brought you into the city that day. You're welcome. But of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. Aftermath. Here? While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a court. Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by... Oh yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out... Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater... Me too. But I have a strange feeling that Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of... Our best guess is that the Abyss Order... They've taken over the Hilly Churls? That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory. Now listen. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the Stormterror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry? You bet. You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time. Awesome. Let's go. It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there.
Roll up, youngsters. But the Stormterror threat is resolved.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Oh, mini train.
Thanks for helping this work ethic. I know this taught.
Every cloud has a silk for that. We have you to thank. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will Come take a look!
It's been getting quite busy. Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship. So you do feel something for me. And to bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated cat.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart. Me? Nothing. On the contrary, I'm trying to work out what others are That's why I'm here. Somewhere quiet.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly trolls to get to the bottom of it? I decided to wait. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Stormterror's lair. Just as the hilly trolls' cries sounded from that same day.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were out except for me, of course. And through various means, I managed to get the situation as this.
The Abyss Order has a...
Yes. And it was this...
What exactly did you have to do to fuck...
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain... There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call him the Prince. Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack.
1 minute I see Kaya, the next he slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's go. Hi, Sarah. One step. So, now the Stormterror threat is behind us. Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt? Really? Oh, well, I guess that's pay. Don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Favonius, and our honorary. That's the spirit. All right, now let's eat before it gets... that was... Of course. Oh, I almost forgot Jean's waiting for...
Anything that I can do for you?
Someone needs assistance.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the animal arc. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to her, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned. This time, they even lost their best excuse to diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing.
Sounds like quite the story. We cannot ask you to keep defending the Lair forever. Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The Holy Lair! Oh, Barbados! Even if I had talked to these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough! Oh, give it here. How could the Holy Liar, but how? Huh? What? I don't see! No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the Liar again! We really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Liar. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know. Don't get far! Hey, don't go!
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers. Mondstadt calls this a god.
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absent in Mondstadt. How impotent you become.
That smirking looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
This is a gnosis. You got dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Honorary Knight, you're awake! Planet? Don't listen to her nonsense, Miss Barbara. Okay. Well, basically... Paimon thinks you could still use a final splash of ice-cold water to That bard awakened first, but this is the first time I've encountered such a patient. He left? Already? Where'd he go? The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean... I mean, Master Jean said to let him leave. How strange. Paimon remembers Venti healing on... It's probably due to the connection.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. So you noticed. This isn't something I meant to discuss with ordinary people. But as you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to chant in truth. Every wielder of a vision is one.
Allergenes? Paimon's never heard of it.
That's because this is a secret. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a Gnosis. It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your Gnosis?
Her name is Senora, number 8 of the Harbinger. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed, she is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zeppeljorni Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to. The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon. How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well. But you see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago. But we can save discussion of the Cryo-Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the...
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder.
In any case, this year's Rite of Dissension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to...
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before?
One moment, Windborn Outlander. Yup, Traveler. As you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself had the birds of Teyvat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui, and the destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Great. So that's that for the end. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not up till the end, as such. I just hope before If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard... Quiet, oh, I see. They were probably trying to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I think so too, apparently. If you want to chat, now's the time.
That Fatui...
She wanted to up the slightest...
So they're just gonna...
The Fatui possess...
Speaking of Hayset...
Yes, the Tsaritsa... If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard, as I said, with the Gnosis. But as... Wait. As one of the 7, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I? We're a great team indeed.
You don't... Hey,
If you want to chat, now's the time. Well then...